Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, She's 30 and Begging for Money on First Dates. Let's get right into it.
A man has 2 minutes to offer you something in a social setting. So if you're out at a bar or a lounge and he approaches you, within 2 minutes of that conversation, he needs to be offering you a drink, a seat, an appetizer, $1 million, something. Otherwise, you're just listening to him give a TED Talk. He's giving a seminar, babe, at your expense. Congratulations. You just sat there and heard about his childhood traumas for free. Are you a therapist, babe? I didn't know. Do you take Medicaid? I didn't know. That's crazy. Couldn't be me. Your time and attention is valuable. He needs to honor that. Remember, you don't approach a goddess without a gift. A man has 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, looks like we got a budget share of 7. A younger one in her 30s, one that still hit the wall. One just undesirable as her. Of course, the internet would sprout up one, exalt one, because why not, right? Why not? Anyway, this video is going viral, and I can't help but read all these comments that she's getting. She got 1,300 comments. Here, let's read some of them. One says, yes, I cannot stand a man trying to talk to me to death, but hasn't offered a drink or has a nerve to want my number. No, sir, move around. It's funny to me now. Now, if you want to just talk to a girl, you got to offer her a drink. Or like this girl said, offer her $1 million. Yeah, because that's just normal, right? She responds, yes, move around, please, sir. Anyway, another person comment, rent is due, talk. That's pretty funny. Rent is pretty much due. Another person said, thank God I'm married. Y'all 2025 single woman, not even looking for a man, just a bill payer. Whew. Came at her fast. She wrote, LOL, do you hear yourself, sir? Offering a woman a drink or a seat or something gentlemen like is gold digging? Jeez, you men really don't like women for real. I mean, always trying to say we don't like women, but y'all love y'all gay best friend. Anyway, that's another story. She says, sounds like your wife has suffered enough. Let her go. You know, I don't know. She thinks the wife's suffering. We're suffering just watching her videos. Last comment says, facts, I only entertain men I'm benefiting from. You know, it's funny because I ask women this all the time. What's in it for us? We buy you a drink. What's in it for me? What's in it for men? Women, y'all want to benefit from it, okay? How can we benefit from it? Stop telling it it's gentleman-like. If it's gentleman-like, we don't want to be gentlemen, okay? Another comment reads, RIP Kevin Samuels. And she responds, I actually liked Kevin and agree with some of his sentiments. Thank you for your comment. You're helping to push my content and make me successful and rich. Well, I got bad news for her. TikTok doesn't make people rich, usually. Just usually doesn't make people rich because, you know, TikTok doesn't pay much. If you get famous enough on any platform, though, you can't get rich. Anyway, here's more of her content. She's telling people where to meet rich men in NYC. Okay, I took the volume out because she got some music playing in the background. But I want to point out something very important in the video. This is the skyline of NYC. I'm from New Jersey, so I've been here before. Then here's her recommendations. Baccarat Hotel, luxury and dress like you're already wealthy. Right? Again, they're trying to fool men. Oh my God, dress like you're wealthy. Because that's all it takes, right? The surface level. Women are so surface level. If you're dressed like you're wealthy, he's going to think you're wealthy. As if rich people don't know poor people wear Gucci, Fendi, Louis, and Prada. They just have no idea, okay? She says another place, Bennigan's Bar, Bellman's Bar. Never heard of that place. Dressed to Impress. And Zero Bond. Members only club. But you can ask for a tour. So you're begging for a tour. You're acting like you're wealthy. And by the way, she's trying to meet at a hotel. You know what this girl's asking for. You know what she's selling. Anyway, here's another one of her videos. Let's listen and we will respond. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
Don't do that, babe. You girls are oversharing on first dates. You're oversharing in general when meeting men. Instead of oversharing, remember, mystery keeps you memorable. If he leaves the date knowing your mom's middle name, your ex's zodiac sign, how your middle school heartbreak still affects you to this day. You've shared way too much. Meanwhile, he's collecting all of this information like he's Joe from You. And how did all of those girls end up? Say it louder. Exactly. Let him work for access to those layers of you. Not everyone gets that same access from the first date. Use your own discernment to determine that. As a woman, you lead the energy. Listen more than you speak. Ask him intentional questions and listen to his answers. Study how he talks about women, his mother, his goals, his values, his lifestyle. That's the real intel, babe. Remember, you're the prize, not a podcast. Hush it up. Hush it up, babe. You're talking too much. Be quiet. Men like quiet women anyway, so he's gonna think you're amazing. You barely spoke. Don't do that, babe. You girl.
Yeah, so it's entertaining, right? Like she put some charisma in her voice, but a lot of what she's saying is just dumb. It's just brain rot, right? Brain rot. And, you know, of course, you put some cleavage in it, you keep it entertaining. This video didn't do as well, only got 6 comments, you know, and I guess because she wasn't given a specific rule. But she mentioned something that I want to point out. She talks about what happened. You know what happened to that girl on that show, You, right? And it's funny to me that women rely on television, nonfiction films, and Netflix series to determine how they're going to live their life. And this is exactly the problem. I rely on the Bible. They rely on Netflix series and rom-coms. You see the problem? You see the problem here? And they say red pill podcasters or male dating podcasters or podcast bros are the problem, not these podcast sis. You know, podcast sis to me is the problem. Anyway, I figured you guys might want to see what she looks like. She is, she is how she looks here, okay? I don't know. I'm not into big girls. I'm not into BBW. I'm not into big backs. But if you are, if that's your style, I guess you would splurge on her, give her $1 million on a first date. It's not something I would do. I'm going to give you more than one video of her so you guys can kind of make your own decision. To me, she's a little on the heavy side. I don't really mess with heavy girls, but I get it. If she figures if she got a big old butt, big old boobs, it don't matter how big her gut is. If she got rolls in her back, I get it. Not my style. I'm not into big backs. I'm not into big girls. I'm not into BBWs. Just not for me. I don't know what you're into. You can let me know in the comments what you're into. Anyway, here's more of the Diet Shira 7's content. Let's see what she has to say.
These are 3 first dates that I always decline. Number 1, the come on over to my place. Your public library, the DMV, an open house. Why are you inviting strangers over to your home? Would you like to get robbed right now? I can arrange that. A man that really respects you and values you is not going to invite you to his home for a nightcap or coffee or pre-dinner drinks, whatever he might sway it to be. A man is putting in low effort from the very beginning. He's already showing you where you stand with him, which is a doormat, babe. You're a doormat. Number 2 are dates that are all about what's convenient for him without considering you at all. I once had a very successful guy invite me to dinner, but didn't ask me what my food preferences were, what I don't eat, if I had food allergies. He literally just told me where we were eating. And then when I made suggestions of where I would like to eat, because the restaurant he chose, I literally did not want it, and I knew I wouldn't enjoy myself, he told me that he chose this restaurant because it was within his diet and that he wants to try it, and he's always wanted to go there. If a man isn't considering you from day one, he will never consider you. He's setting the tone for how he's going to treat you for the rest of your interaction with him. So pay attention. Number 3 is anything that disrupts my peace. If the timing is off, the location is too far, if I feel rushed, if I feel like I have to throw my world upside down to make it happen, I'm not going. Unless you're Chris Brown or Idris Elba, I'm not going, babe. If it's meant to be, the stars will align, there will be a better time. But if I literally feel any anxiety about coming to a date, I'm not going. And you shouldn't either. I'm not bending my schedule or energy for a man I barely know. If it doesn't feel aligned, it's simple. I just don't go. I just want y'all to date smart, okay? Like, stop jumping through literal hoops to go on dates with men who aren't putting any effort in. These are 3 first dates that I always...
So the more she talks, she kind of tells on herself, right? When she dates a guy who takes the lead and lives in his frame and doesn't want to join a woman's world or her fantasy land, she has a problem with that, right? The guy took her to a place that he chose. That's masculine frame right there. I would do the same thing. One, because I'm like him. I got diet restrictions, okay? I'm plant-based, okay? I eat vegetables and fruits, okay? But where I live in New Jersey, in New York, they got a lot of great restaurants that just happen to be plant-based. Like, right, we got Beyond Sushi, if you really love sushi. All plant-based, but it's amazing sushi. We got Coletta. It's an Italian restaurant. All plant-based, but it's Italian. Really good stuff, okay? You can bring anyone there. Now, if she had a problem with it, she could kick rocks. Okay, I agree with this. And AMS used to say this back in the day, okay? Let her live through you, okay? Take her where you want to go. Make the experience so you can benefit from it too. Because a lot of women want us to just pay for stuff, but it doesn't benefit us none. But if we, already want to go to great restaurants and you could just tag along with us, that benefits us somewhat. We'll pay for your meal. But we going where we want to go. But she has a problem with that. And this is why, like, if you really look at what she's suggesting to women, it's to find a simp. Find a dude who you could manipulate and you could control. Find someone that's not going to mind the fact that you're a big back, that your arms are fat, that you're chubby, that you got a gut, that you don't look good in a two-piece bikini. Find a man like that. Find a man that doesn't mind your weave. Find a man that doesn't mind your delusion. Find a man that lets you make a bunch of demands even though you're not in demand. This is how they're looking for men. And again, this video didn't do so well. It only had 47 comments. But I'm the kind of person where if I find something that goes viral, I want to dig deep. Okay? So I want to look through her content to see what she's really talking about. Okay? And listen, I'm the same way. Look, I got over 700 videos on YouTube. Go look through my content. You're going to see a lot of consistency in what I'm saying. Okay? I'm not just jabbering. Anyway, here's a video of her talking about a bad experience she had recently. And, I'm going to let her tell it.
Men are fucking dumb. Men are stupid. How are you mad at me that you had the opportunity to date me and didn't actively date me, like take me on dates? But then when I go on a date with a man who plans dates, I'm in the wrong. When you were playing with my time and opportunity. You had all the time and opportunity in the world. Didn't plan a date. Didn't plan nothing for me. But the moment you see me outside on a date with a man with a plan, I'm wrong. No, you're crazy, bitch. Men are...
Look at it. Right? What's the hostility for? Men are dumb? Or the men you're talking to are dumb? The men you talk to are dumb. They have to be dumb. Because who's going to put up with this? Who is going to put up with a woman who's severely obese? Making demands, telling you what to do. And when you don't do what she wants to do, she goes dates another man. So you're not loyal. You're not fit. And you're not feminine. And you tell me that I'm dumb for not wanting to deal with that. Kudos to that guy. He made the right choice. Okay? He moved on. Anyway, last couple of videos here. I want to prove the point with this. She really is a flight risk. Why? Because when things don't go her way, look at her video. She says, he didn't want to take me on a date. So I flew to Dubai and went on one. She flew to Dubai and went on one. Okay, and she's showing videos of luxury cars that she don't own, hotels that she can't really afford to stay in, and the sneak peek of a man in the background right there. Okay, I want you guys to focus on that. And she's the type of girl who will spend all your money but never show you off to her social media. Women do this all the time. I knew a girl just like this. In fact, what was interesting about it was this dude was taking on a bunch of trips, and she would have him hold the camera while she's walking through malls and walking on a beach. Never include him in that. That's the guy they want. They want a guy who's going to be just so happy to have company that he'll pay for it. He'll pay for a trip to Dubai. He'll pay for the hotels. He'll pay for the food. He'll hold the camera. Okay? But he's not so unworthy to her, she don't want to show him off. She don't want to show him off. One time I was talking to a girl, we weren't even dating. The first time we went on a date, it was kind of like a gym date, because I mess with gym girlies, right? I don't do big backs. I don't do BBWs. I don't do BBLs. I don't know if you do, but if you do, that's cool. I went on a date with a girl, a gym girlie, and on our workout, she's already taking photographs of us in the mirror. And then she posted, one of the things she posted, she said, she was like, working out my favorite gym buddy, right? And like, I asked one of my homegirls, a friend, I'm like, what's this about? She's like, that's a soft launch. A soft launch, right? Girls do soft launches for the guys they like, and they hide you for the guys they don't like, but they're going to manipulate you and take you for your money, right? Take your money and whatever. Anyway, here's another video of the same kind of behavior. Again, she's taking his back just to prove to women that there's a man out there that would actually put up with this. And so she's not lying, but we could judge by it. Look at what he got going on, his outfit. Clearly, this dude has simp all over him. What the hell are you wearing, bro? Are you carrying her purse? What is this? What is this behavior we see here? Okay? Anyway, this goofy dude, I don't know where he's from, but clearly he bought her roses. He probably haven't even cracked yet. Probably never going to crack. And then she does have people in the comments talking about it. And you know what? I'm not even going to address the comments because it's not really important. What's really important about this is that all these girls that are dating coaches, they got a few things in common. One, they're overweight, out of shape. Okay? My name's Shape. I don't deal with girls who are out of shape. Okay? They also are very demanding for money. They're very entitled. Okay? They swear up and down they're so desirable, but they're average at best. These girls are average at best. Heavy girls. I'm talking about heavy. Really difficult to pick up girls, right? Struggling to pick up. Sweaty in the bed type girls. You wake up in the morning, your bed all sweaty, makeup all over the place. Not good. They tend to have fake wigs and weaves, right? Not real hair. So, they're trying to represent a lifestyle they don't actually live. They're not actually rich. They're looking like they're rich. They go to hotels to try to seduce rich men, to finesse rich men. All because they're broke good girls from the hood that might have seen Shara 7 or some of the other girls finessing quote-unquote rich men. But really, these men they might make $70K a year or so. But what they really are simps and tricks who struggle with women so much, they're willing to pay for it. Because if any man who's worth his salt and you got money, actually girls throw themselves at you. Actually, girls pay for your first dates with you. I went on dates with beautiful girls where they're paying for me. I know it's hard for people to understand. It might be hard for this girl to understand that desirable men don't have to do this. If I could fly you out, and I'm a man, and I could fly you out to Dubai and pay for your trip and buy you roses and stuff like that, that means I have the resources to provide for other women. If I'm not getting the opportunity to provide for other women, I have to splurge on women like you or trick on women like you in order to have dates and stuff like that. I know that I got an issue. The main issue for men like this is they need to work on themselves. They need to work on their mindset. They probably got to work on their body, because any man is high in demand. It will not do this. This will not happen. Okay? So these low quality men that she finds, yeah, she tricks them out of their spot. She tricks them out of their position. They're stupid enough to fall for it, all because she got a little bit of boobs, a little bit of butt. You know what I'm saying? And she probably give a little head at the end of the day. I don't know. She might do a little something strange for some change. She is asking for money, right? She is begging for millions on the first date, right? Not my style. Not my steez. And I want to say this too, men. Let me help you, okay? Let me help you. If you're in this position where you got to trick on girls, let me help you. I got my 100-man round table. It's a community of men, okay? Only 100 men. The minute that spot fills up, it's done. It's over, okay? It's for 100 men to talk about issues like this. Should you date a woman like this? Should you try to take her out? A lot of these men, y'all just need a few tweaks and you'll be better off. You won't have to trick on women. You won't have to wonder why you're not getting matches on Hinge. I could help you. Okay, if you've been a follower of me or subscriber of me for long enough, you know that I got hella matches on Hinge, right? Hella matches on dating apps. Like, I'm one of the most successful people on these things because, visually, I believe I'm in the top 20%. Okay, but it's not something that you can't replicate. I can help you do it. Okay, it just needs some guidance. It needs some bro talk. It needs some, that big brother put my arm around your shoulders and let you know how to really do it, okay? And I don't care if you're older than me. It don't matter. If you're struggling with women, learn from someone that's not. All the women taking the information from her, they're not getting desirable men. They're getting men that no one else wants, but got money, okay? But if you got money as a man, you could be more competitive than you are right now. You don't have to settle for this. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Okay, and I know you guys might not hear me because you think to yourself, oh, I know what I'm doing and da-da-da-da. A lot of men who got money, they're arrogant. I know, I train them. I'm a personal trainer. I train rich men for a living. They think they know everything. There's nothing you could tell a rich man about anything. He thinks he knows. Even if he's fat, out of shape, his girlfriend's about to take all his money, you can't tell him nothing. Just think Travis Hunter. Think Jeff Bezos. These people, they get into money and they think that means they know everything about everything. They become know-it-alls. It's the worst thing, okay? But my goal is to help you guys. Am I charging for this? Yes. To be part of the 100-man roundtable is $47 a month. And if you want to be part of the King Circle, which is the top realm of that, that is $97 a month, okay? But, you're getting 2 live videos, video calls a month. Like I said, it's going to be a small circle of men. We talk about each other's issues, blah, blah. I tell you guys what I'm going through, and we compare notes, and we learn, okay? We're going to strive in 2025, I promise you. We're going to strive, okay? We're not going to lose. We're not going to be like these blokes that are struggling with women. No, not at all, okay? And, I got another book coming out soon, okay? So if you don't want to join that, my new book coming out, Triple Your Body Count, it's going to be out shortly. Hopefully I could drop it before I go to Africa. I am going to Africa in a few days. I'm not going to say exactly when, because just in case people know where I live, I don't want them to burglarize my home, okay? Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. The channel's blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.